22 Recon Squad, awaiting mission. Nice to meet you. My name's Dominic. I'm a scout accompanying Blair. In order to get to the Vulgus forward base, you have to secure this area first, as it's our main route. There's also a number of important additional tasks to do. Blair's already familiar with this terrain. I'll fill him in on the mission separately. You'll need to follow the instructions given by the Recon Squad. Or what's left of it, anyway, as Zachary and I are the only ones who survived. Anyway, good luck. Oh, by the way, I heard from Zachary. His troops were hit pretty hard, but I heard you took the enemy to task and helped Zachary get his own back. Thanks for that. And Blair, your meal was also very tasty. I feel like I always owe you Descendant something. When this battle is over, I'll buy you a drink in Albion on behalf of my entire team. I promise.
Dominic, that's what you call a death flag right there. Soldiers are superstitious, you know that.
Okay then, I'll bake you a pie or something after the war is over. Not even you can top my mother's recipe.
Keep it up, you joker. Them's fighting words right there.
Just ignore the hairball, Dominic.
We've detected signs of the quantum energy extracted from the phase shift gate in some electrical equipment. We need to get our hands on that equipment and analyze it to see how the enemy used the quantum energy. Then we should be able to find a way to enter the Prime Hand's ruins. Now that we're here, I'm almost certain it's the right place. The subtle feeling of the Iron Heart particles, this pain, and its familiarity. The inverted Ironheart is definitely inside those ruins. But the inversion technology database left by the ancestors is not yet accessible, Descendant. We have no guarantee as to what will happen, nor do we know whether we will be able to control the inverted Ironheart. Based on the data I have collected so far, I will try to come up with as many backup plans as possible. I hope that what we do here will give us the power to strike back, Descendant.
I mean, we can always rely on our arcade somehow, if something happens. So we got us this far, right?
Arcade's an unfathomable power, with unfathomable potential, too.
That's what you call hope, Jaber.
Hope.
Checking signal. Stand by. Because you've hit the nail on the head. As Eamon didn't open the gate through any normal means, I figured there'd probably be some lingering consequences. But the gate to access the ruins was more volatile than I anticipated. If we leave it operational, there'll be another quantum pulse explosion, like the one we saw with the abandoned gate at the cave. We have to temporarily stop the energy supply to the gate after the infiltration begins, and reactivate it once the infiltration team completes their operation. Considering the number of Vulgus headed this way, there's no way we can control and defend the gate with just one Descendant. We need 2 or more Descendants to stay here.
No time to waste. Jaber, you operate the gate, I'll cover you. We'll hold this place down no matter what. Infiltration team, you guys go and retrieve the Ironheart. Does that work for everyone?
Blair, it won't be smooth sailing for you guys.
Ha! You think your job's gonna be any easier? Good luck, infiltration team. Guide, you hang in there too.
I promise we'll return with the Ironheart, no matter what. Descendant. The inverted Ironheart is forcing the dimensional wall to open. If this occurs at all of the Prime Hands, the dimensional balance will collapse completely. The Ironheart must be contained. Watch out! Descendant! is reacting to the inverted. Into your subconscious arcade space. Take heart, Descendant. I am with you. The remaining energy is at 34%. The dimensional wall is stabilizing. Remaining energy at 21%. 16. You're almost there. Remaining energy at 0%. You've done it, Descendant. The Ironheart has been transported to the safest pot into the subconscious space of your arcade, where I first met you. However, the Ironheart in your subconscious space can be removed only once. If you attempt to embrace this Ironheart again, your arcade will... This means we have only a single opportunity to convey and destroy the... Do not worry, Descendant. We will prevail. And thanks to the sacrifice you made, Descendant, I was also able to access the Inversion Technology database, which had been sealed. Inversion was a forbidden technology that reversed the entropy of infinite energy composites like the Ironheart and turned them into antimatter. The inverted Ironheart was intended to be a core element as part of a process to reverse the laws of nature. Anti-particle weapons, destruction of the dimensional wall, multi-dimensional space-time connections. I see traces of countless unthinkable plans. According to the development logs, Inversion was created by extremists among the ancestors who were obsessed with using the Ironheart. But it seems the Vulgus somehow obtained this inversion technology. I think the ancestors and the Vulgus were connected in some way, long before I was created. I can find no records as to whether that relationship was one of conflict or cooperation, but there may have been no reason to include that in my files. As you know, I am not here to protect the Ironhearts. I am essentially a track and annihilate program, designed to destroy them and everything about them. And through this recent research, I have become more certain of my role and my mission. Descendant, I have acquired an algorithm to analyze inverted energy and have derived a way to destroy it. My next step is to try and apply this to our current situation. Although we can only extract the inverted Ironheart from within RK once, theoretically, there may be a faster and more certain way to destroy it than the process we might use for a regular Ironheart if we use the properties of antimatter. Wait. Descendant. A wave that I have never previously felt within the void is approaching. It seems a Colossus has been drawn to the inverted energy. I'm sure we'll hear from Albion soon.
Colossus is closing in, moving towards the Hagios prime paths at a rapid speed. Classification type, swamp walker. deadly Great Walker mutation. Descendants in Albion, commence with the intercept battle.
Come on, Mr. Colossus expert. Hagios is Vulgus territory. Can't we just leave it to them?
I agree. Right now, we've got bigger things on our mind.
Entertaining those thoughts can be very dangerous, Jaber and Blair.
Mind.
Entertaining those thoughts can be very dangerous, Jaber and Blair.
Operations. Descendant, I have received reports of your outstanding performance in Hagios, and with our ongoing research into inversion. We believe that swamp walkers were alerted by the inverted energy exposed in Hagios, and began heading toward Ingris's dimension. But they're not only targeting Hagios. They're currently moving toward multiple areas within Ingris. What will you do if one of the swamp walkers approaches Albion? I heard that you have submerged the inverted Ironheart in your arcade. Can you guarantee that they won't be drawn to that energy, Descendant? We cannot always assume a best-case scenario. That kind of carelessness is how humanity was almost totally annihilated a century ago. You are humanity's hope, Descendant. You need to be more proactive.
Damn it. Since Mr. Colossus expert is being so serious about this, it looks like we have no choice, Turret Boy.
I believe the data from the Colossus will prove useful.
Useful? For what? Cracking open amorphous materials?
Please, just let her finish.
As Seneca said, the Colossi are moving towards various regions, not just Hagios. If those regions show signs of inverted energy, we may be able to use that for our overall plan. The plan to destroy the Ironheart.
Well, that's good news!
Whatever you're planning, we have to do it fast. The White Knight Gulch is still dangerous.
I see. So the Colossi were heading towards the Vulgus fortress. If the inversion took place there, it would not be unusual to detect a large amount of energy. No wonder the Colossi were drawn there. Descendant, we can definitely use this to our advantage. According to what we know so far, if we apply the inversion process to the inverted Ironheart, in theory, that Ironheart will be completely destroyed through particle-antiparticle annihilation. This is the fastest and most certain method of destroying the Ironheart that we currently know of. The only drawback is that it will also destroy everything around it. But we can use this to our tactical advantage. If the operation is a success, the Vulgus will have nowhere to return to. Descendant, if you cannot retrieve the Ironheart from the White Knight Gulch, you must make a decision regarding this alternative plan while it is still viable. Please discuss it with HQ. It will be a difficult decision, but everyone will need to be in agreement.
Alpha, these are the details of the operation that the guide has laid out. What do you think?
Enzo, this isn't an easy decision to make.
But it's not like we have any other option. Let's at least assemble everyone to discuss this.
Just get to the point. First of all, the guide's operational plan provides many tactical advantages. The majority of the Vulgus forces have already been dispatched to the White Knight Gulch, and Corel isn't aware of what happened in Hagios, thanks to the long-range jamming signals established by Jaber. If this situation continues, we will be able to lay siege to the fortress, and Corel will be none the wiser. There has never been a more ideal moment to attack the Vulgus fortress since the beginning of this war, and the chance may never come again. However, if our goal is not just to attack, but to destroy an Ironheart, this will not be enough. if we pull back our forces from the White Knight Gulch and behave as if we have another strategy in mind, that should attract Corell's attention. We need a foolproof way to lure them in, much like how Corell ensnared us with the White Knight Gulch operation. In other words, this is a plan that requires someone willing to face death, to act as bait, all while protecting the Ironheart and distracting Corell. I realize I am asking for someone to sacrifice themselves, and as commander, I can't bring myself to give such a merciless order.
What if someone volunteers?
Enzo?
Do you need anything? Supplies? Alpha, the Descendants can act as bait. If we deploy an unprecedented number of Descendants to the front, that will be more than enough to distract Corell. Corell's also aware that the Descendants are humanity's last hope, so he's going to relish trying to squash our last stand. The fact that he's approaching slowly, like a dark cloud without warping, that shows that he believes he's already won the war. And with Corell's attention drawn elsewhere, if we send some of the Descendants to the Vulgus Fortress and destroy the Ironheart, we'll be able to turn the tide of war. The manifestation of Archaean Descendants doesn't just mean we have to be powerful weapons. As humanity's last hope, we should sow the seeds of victory. Now, the majority of the Descendants, including me, will engage in battle at the White Knight Gulch to buy some time, while Ajax, his team, and the rest of the Descendants will be deployed to the Vulgus Fortress. Waiting your approval, Alpha.
All right, you win. Carry out the operation. Let's get this done and destroy the Ironheart. On one condition. You must all return safely. And tell the guide to look after the Descendants.
Understood. I wish everyone good luck at the White Knight Gulch front.
Don't worry, this is great. I've always wanted to have a go at Corell.
Get in line, kid. There is a line, you know.
I'd like to cut in front of you as well.
Enzo, please take care of yourself. Remember our promise.
There's no way I'll forget. Don't worry. We'll win.
It seems everyone has steeled their resolve. Everyone's arche is glowing. I doubt that even the ancestors anticipated this moment. I'm so happy to have met humans with arche like yours. Despite my limitations as an AI, I believe I understand what courage is now. All right. Descendant, I'll accompany you to the Vulgus Fortress. We must locate the inversion facility there and overload the Ironheart to destroy it. I know we can do this, Descendant. I will be with you the entire way.
This is off topic, but aren't you all cold? My battlesuit has a built-in heating function. It was designed for void expedition missions.
Huh. I'm actually a little warm.
I'm jealous.
The Vulgus Fortress. We knew such command facilities existed, but we never had any information about their sizes or exact locations. Our terrain scanner never detected them, and as they were deep within Vulgus territory, it was impossible to send any recon squads. Seeing them up close and personal now, they're pretty imposing. If I ever go back to being a military academy professor, I'd like to write a paper about this fortress. But there's no need for us to be intimidated. Once we've destroyed the Ironheart, the tide of war and history will turn in our favor. All right, infiltration team, let's get to it. Our primary goal is to infiltrate where the Vulgus signals are the weakest and locate the source of inverted energy. Unfortunately, the guide can only detect the general energy scattered throughout the area. And because we're in a massive energy field, it's like being lost in fog. It'll be difficult to find the source. So, we need to do reconnaissance around the fortress and gather information about the source of the inverted energy. It's going to be an extremely dangerous mission. Good luck, all of you. The survival of humanity depends on it.
I should never have sent Lepik off by himself. My bad. Hey, these Vulgus punks are responding really quickly. Looks as if their commander isn't to be taken lightly. Let's eliminate the defense forces here first, then secure the gate that leads to the wrecked ship. I really hope Lepik can withstand it until then.
Captain Survival, you need to hold them off until we get there.
You don't have to tell me. If I die, the 44th Grenadiers will be completely wiped out.
Descendant, that's... Descendant? I'm certain that this is the inversion machine that was loaded onto the ship. But everything is destroyed. Wait, they left it and nothing to do. Ajax, there's still a chance. The Vulgus were unable to complete the inversion process here. That's why the traces of energy were so weak. There is a more powerful facility called the inversion furnace somewhere. The inversion process must have been completed there.
Guide, right now, getting out of here safely is priority number 1. Locating the inversion furnace comes second.
Understood. I will try to find somewhere to link to the emergency transmission signal.
Where are you going, Descendant? You're just like your pathetic predecessors. I'll kill you just like I killed them.
Requesting updates from Descendants at each front. Eugen, does anyone need to be evacuated from the White Knight Gulch?
We can't get a full picture of what's happening in the combat zones. Valby, use your waterways and check on the injured.
Roger that. Submerging.
The success of this operation will lead us to victory. Descendant, thank the heavens your injury is not serious. I received the report from Ajax's team. Honestly, when I first saw that abandoned device, I thought it was all over. But then, we discovered another facility by investigating the first one. An inversion furnace. HQ has also identified a converter outside its typical range through a terrain scan. Perhaps we'll find clues related to the furnace there. No, it has to be there. The only way to turn the tide of this war now is to destroy the Ironheart. We must find the inversion furnace and finish the operation as soon as possible, before Corell realizes. Wait, it's Kyle. Nell, patch him through.
Standing by for connection. Verifying signal optimization.
Do you need information? What about? Go ahead, Kyle.
Our troops will arrive in Albion soon. We're systematically withdrawing forces from the front line. Everyone has defended calmly and well, executed the planned retreats, and bought us time. The number of casualties is lower than expected. We're approaching the final moments. We've received a report that Corell has descended from his ship.
Kyle, Marcus and the Investigative Corps are headed your way. Their support should help you hold out a little longer.
I'm grateful to Marcus, but we plan on fighting using only the power of the Descendants from now on. We're here to achieve victory, not take everyone down with us. And it's better to fight as a small group within the Prime Hand's ruins.
Descendants don't have to shoulder the entire burden. If things go south, I want you to give up the Ironheart and retreat immediately.
We can't just end the show when we keep attracting such huge audiences. We'll try to buy as much time as possible. Over and out.
Luna!
This won't do. If we're done with resupply and repairs, all units move to the location of the converter. We're running out of time on both fronts. We have to hurry.
Got it. Let me tack on one more arm component before we go. Do you want like an ice cube or something to snack on?
Ugh, let's just get going.